Hey, hi everyone. Hey, it's Rita from It's Rita to the Rescue here for today's Cricut Chat. our daily our daily program where we play around with our Cricut machines, and we have a whole lot of fun doing it. And today is no different. Today we are going to be making Hanukkah cards. Look at these two. I already did. Look at the detail on this one. Amazing. This was done on the Joy using the Joy app. And I want to show you how to do that. And I just spent the last 10 minutes looking for my foil quill, or whatever you call this thing, my foil adapter for my Joy. So we're going to have a whole lot of fun with Joy in a few minutes. So wanted to say hello to everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Hi, Susan. Hi, Regina. Hi, Loretta. Christine. Eladra's here. Hi, Dawn. Shirley. Um, what? Turkey neck on a private message? What's that about? Okay. Hi, Deborah. Hi, Donna. Hi, everyone. How are you? So it's what? Thursday. And hi, Susanna. Hi, Loretta. Teresa. It's Thursday. It's raining here today, so it's kind of dreary. But that's okay. It's not going to stop me. Weather never stopped me. Um, but let's see. It's Thursday. It's the second day of December. It is also the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's the fifth night of Hanukkah tonight. And it's 8 nights. So I figure we still have a few more days to wish our Jewish friends happy Hanukkah, and also to learn a little bit about Hanukkah, because I think that people don't know much about it. It's always useful to sort of learn uh, other religions and other thought processes. It really does help you. I was reading about people at this fella that he posts a lot, and he was at the post office, and somebody got upset because they wanted nativity pictures and for postage, and they did have Our Lady of Guadalupe, and which is a nativity in the sense of it's mother and child. And the woman was very upset because she wanted nativity postage. So she ended up with getting otters, otters in the snow. Hi, Perlita. Hi, Annette. And let's see. Hi, Shelly's here. Bad kitty. Meow, meow. Deborah. Hi, Deborah. So we've got quite a few people on today. Yesterday was a big day for our show. It was the 1st of December, and it was the day to announce that we hit 17,000 subscribers, which is I would never have dreamed that we got to 17 in like 2 years. I know, I don't know. I feel like it's not a lot, but then I think, it's just me and you, and it's not like we have, I don't know. It's not like we're doing news, and some people, we're not celebrities, and so some people have millions of followers, and I'm just looking for 20,000. But I'm happy with 17. And we are going to, since it's December, we're going to be starting our giveaways soon. I'll be able to announce those tomorrow. I just need to get approval for them. We're giving away Bright Pad Goes, 3 of them, and also two Easy Press minis with the Easy Press pad, which I love. So 5 big sort of semi big prizes for this month. Um, and then we will be finishing that up before we get to Christmas. So hopefully we can get them out to you. I don't know if you're a winner. I don't know if you'll get it in time for Christmas, but I'm going to try. I'm going to try. Okay. So today we are doing our Joy. I love this little machine. If you are a new recipient of it, there is a lot to learn. I do have quite a few videos on my um I'm not on YouTube live. um all right, hold on just a second. Miss Rita, any Christmas recipes? Oh yes, we've got to do our gingerbread cookie recipe where we actually make gingerbread corgis. And then also we've got certain cookies that I make every year. I make chocolate crinkles, I make pecan Sandy's. What else do we make? We make a sugar cookie that's not too sweet. And then I always add another cookie to the mix. And then I usually put together boxes of cookies. So we will. Oh, good. I'm live on YouTube. Am I live on? Okay, I'm live on YouTube. I'm live on Facebook. That's awesome. Yes, my gingerbread cookies come from a very old recipe that I got from Martha Stewart. I mean, not personally, from one of her very old books. And it includes a sort of a heating process, which I found unique to the cookies. And so my son loves to make them in the shape of corgis. So usually I just do corgis with hearts. And I'm kind of a plain gingerbread cookie fan, but I also found a really great molasses crackle cookie that I might add. So I don't like to do a ton of rolled cookies with decorations because I like to get them all out. So we'll get to that. I haven't even got my tree up, to be honest. So there's that. So anyway, here's the joy. This is the joy in case you happen to be a recipient of the joy or you're thinking about buying it. A lot of people ask me which machine would you recommend. It really does depend on your interest level and what it is that you want to do with the machines. You see in the back here I have Explore 3, and then on the other side of my desk I have the Maker. I have the Maker 3, and I also have an Explore Air 2 kicking around here, as well as all of my um, presses. So it really does depend. If you are really new and you just kind of want to get your toes wet in Cricut lore or all things Cricut, I love the Joy. It makes beautiful cards, and the great thing about the Joy is it has its own app. So I want to just show you that. See right here, there's the Design Space app, which, oops, don't want to delete it. No. There's the Design Space app. This Cricut is Design Space app. That's what you can use your Joy with, and all the other machines as well. But the Cricut Joy does have its own app. It's called Cricut Joy. Now, if you're using an iPad or an iPhone, you would get that at the Apple App Store. So you just go to App Store and you would type in Cricut Joy. There we go. And there it is. Now, there are a couple of other apps here that you don't want to get involved with, at least not at the beginning. You just want to use this Cricut Joy. Here's the Design Space app. So we're going to use the Joy app today, and I'm using my iPad. Thankfully, we're going to do a little foiling here, and I want to show you how the app works. So we're going to log into the Cricut app. Let me just uh, welcome back. There it is, and you'll see here from the very home screen. You'll see that there, it's sort of funneling you into what do you want to do. So we're going to do the insert cards today. I love doing insert cards from this app because it's so easy. They're all together. There's no problem with like searching for and finding what you need. Obviously, look, there's the Thanksgiving cards are here and you can scroll, but there's 1,200 cards here. So I suggest that you use the search feature and type in Hanukkah or whatever you want to look for and do the search, and you'll see there are 17 beautiful cards that come up for Hanukkah. Here's the one that I made before we came on. This one here. I put blue in there. Maybe I should change it to the gold. And this one here I did. I love this one. It says keep shining. And that's the thing about Hanukkah is it's a miracle of lights or a festival of lights. And not to get too deep in the history, but there was a time when the temple was in Jerusalem. The temple was taken over by some enemies, and they defiled the entire synagogue. And uh, they will. They're a little slow about it in that. So they defiled the synagogue, and so when the Jewish people got back into the synagogue, they had to redo the entire synagogue because it was, it wasn't holy anymore. So the rabbi or one of the high leaders found one jar of oil. They used olive oil to light their lamps, and they found one jar that was sealed off, that wasn't like tipped over or somehow like, they found one jar, and they estimated it was enough to light the lights for one day. But that jar of oil lit the lights for 8 days, and they considered that a miracle. So from that day forward, they've been celebrating these 8 nights. In It's usually around Christmas time. It's based on the Jewish calendar, and it's a lot of detail I won't get into, but how they decide what the day is going to be. Um, and it relates to that. And during the 8 days, what I found was really interesting about this, during the 8 days, you're not allowed to fast or to repent or do. It's basically a feast, what we would call a feast day in the Catholic Church. So for 8 days, it's just eating and playing and singing and lighting candles and playing with their dreidels and doing all kinds of fun stuff. So it's all about peace and love and light. And I love the whole idea of this. So I just want to celebrate it. Um, so anyway, let's just have a look. We've got 17 lovely cards. I've only made 2 for you. So I want to just show you how this works. Let's go ahead and make something fairly simple. We're going to let's do this one because it has writing and cutting on here, and it's requiring us to use this off-white. We can change that, but off-white with a gold foil. So let me show you how you can change that. So I hit start making, and then I'm going to choose the size. Now, if you're fairly new to this, you might think, why is there only one choice? And I have to choose it. It's because there are 3 size cards that you can use with the Joy. However, with some of them, you only have the choice of the middle size. So the middle size cards, what's called an A2 card. And you can buy these insert cards, which have like 10 or 12, it depends on the pack, 10 or 12 cards and envelopes in what's called an insert. So the way these work is So here's the envelopes. They're A2 size envelopes. And here are the cards. And then these are the inserts. So the way these work is you're going to take one card and you're going to fit it into your card mat. This is a card mat. And you just sort of, it's got like a little pocket. So you're going to slide it there and push it all the way up so that it's aligned with the size. So here's the size. And then this is sticky right here, but it's not sticky on the inside. So you're just going to press it down like this so that it's on your mat really well. And then we're going to go ahead and put it into the machine. Now, because this has writing on it, and we always do the writing first, we can make some changes here. So let me show you what we're going to do. We're going to hit Edit Color. And what we can do here is change the card, the insert, the pen, or we can choose foil. So for the card, let's make it this off-white. And the insert, we can choose, oh, I don't know. Maybe we can choose glitter, glitter gold. That looks kind of pretty. And then for the pan, why don't we go with blue? Because I think if we do a gel tip blue, a glitter gel blue, I think I have one of those. That would look really nice. Blue is a really nice color. Now that I'm thinking about it, wonder if the card would look good in white with blue and gold. I like that. So we're going to need to create a card that is the size for the insert card. This is easy. So you can buy these insert card decks or packs, but if you're making a lot or they can't find the color that you want, you can use your own cardstock. Now, this cardstock is from Michaels. You can buy this cardstock in packs of 50 and you can get just about any color you can imagine, including like foils. They come in a smaller pack. But 50 is the general thing, the general size, and it is, let's see, normally retails for like $5.99. Often you can get them on sale, sometimes even as low as like $3 for a pack. And so this is 8.5 by 11. That's a standard size in America anyway. And we're going to cut each sheet of the 8.5 by 11 in half the long way. So this is what I use to cut my sheets. Here's my Cricut cutter. Now you don't need this one, but this is the one I choose because, well, oops, what happened? Did I lose? Are you guys still on? I lost my computer, so I can't see chat. I apologize. I don't know. My computer died. Oh well. So I'm just gonna wing it. I won't be able to see chat now, guys. So I apologize. So an 8.5 by 11-inch sheet of paper cut the long way is two sizes is at 5.5, which if you can see here, that is what I'm going to cut it at, and that is where this little mark is. So let's cut it like this. And now I have 2 equal pieces of cardstock. I'm going to then fold it this way and try to get it exact. Here we go. And it is the same size as this. So let's go ahead, take this one off, and we will put this one on. Okay. Now we are going to go ahead. We're all set. We're going to make a white card with blue writing, gold foil. So we're going to hit next and we're going to hit make it. Now my Joy is connected via Bluetooth to my from my iPad to my Joy, and you'll see that my Joy is sort of blinking here, and that means that it is connected. So we're going to put the what is this called? The card mat in. And the first thing that we're going to need to do is to put in our pen. So this is a glitter gel pen. It's a 0.8 tip and it's blue. I always suggest that you test out your pens before you put them in. And so there we go. And that's what it's going to look like. We're going to take this out and pop this in and close. It tells me to do all this stuff right here. Then I'm going to hit go. And it is going to do the writing. It always does the writing first. Now, last time people wanted to see foil, so the next one we'll do is foil. So it's going to do the writing first, and when it's done with the writing, I don't want to spoil your view, but when it's done with the writing, it's going to pause and have me put the blade with the housing. There's the blade. By the way, the blade is very, very small. You can see like that. It's very small, so keep the blade and the housing together. I always store it inside of the machine. All right, now it's telling us remove the pen and insert the blade. So that's what we're going to do. Just pop this open and put in our blade. Don't forget to cap your pen, and we are ready to hit go. Now it's done all the writing, and look, oh no, I didn't do all of the writing here. Oh, bummer. I know what we could do. We could probably go ahead and have it write again. How come it didn't do that? Oh yeah, I can see that a little bit. Gel pens have like a roller ball. Maybe we should, no, well, this is a gel pen in, oh, that's much deeper. Maybe we should have it redone on the deeper blue. That's disappointing. So, you could, if you wanted to, you could, hand put those, and in fact, maybe that's what I will do. And, next time we'll just use this pen, but, I don't know why it's so light, and it sort of like is skipped here. So, well, we can go here. And I have a metallic marker. That one would have looked good too. So it didn't come out so great. I did use it on this one and it came out just fine, but it wasn't as much writing. This one I used a fine point pen in 0.4 and in black. I think I really love this one. I think I probably would change the insert, and also I would probably use smoother cardstock, because it looks a little bit like it's sort of bumped around on the cardstock. So here we go. We're going to hit unload and have a look. So I'm a little disappointed about this, but if I wanted to, I could actually pop it back in and hit make again, and I could have it do the writing again, like this, make again, and hit make it. I love that make again button. That's fairly new. And let me just see how that is gonna work. Let's take this out and try it. I'm going to hit go again. Now, the only thing is I don't need it to cut twice, so I'm going to have to stop it halfway through. Let's see if that works. Sometimes it's half of a good idea. Now, as far as the inserts go, the proper size for the inserts is slightly smaller than the card. So in this case, which is the A2 size, right? The cards are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So the inserts are 4 inches by 5 1/4. You can also cut your own inserts. I'm going to show you how. All right, it's done with the pen. Oh, look, I have an unload here. That's perfect. And look, it did right over it. Unfortunately, it's a little bit off, but that's okay. We're trying things out, and you're going to do it better. And with there's always the opportunity of us doing it again. So here's the card all cut out, and what I'm going to do is then peel it from the backing of the card, from the card mat. Be very careful because some of these are very, very delicate card cutouts. Now, sometimes there are little pieces that are left, and that's okay. Just pick those out. And now we are going to put in the background or the insert card. I'm going to show you how to make the inserts so that you can see. Okay. So you can make inserts from 8 1/2 by 11 inch paper, or you can make them from 12 by 12. So I'm going to show you both ways. I found this really cool blue card foil cardstock. This is from Michaels. And normally we would use this size to make 2 cards by cutting it this way. But in this case, we're going to actually cut it down to from the length, from the width side, we're going to cut it down from 8 1/2 to 8. I'll show you why in a second. So once we cut off that 1/2 inch, and you can keep that for scrap, we're going to then cut this in 2. Let's make sure you can see this. And then we have these 2 strips that are exactly the same. We're going to put it in here, and we are going to cut it not at 5 1/2, but 5 1/4. Okay, so then you should be able to, there's just a little tiny bit left over. Again, scrap that, and you'll get 4 inserts out of 1 sheet of your fancy cardstock, or you can use regular cardstock. It's up to you, whatever you want to use. You can use pattern, you can acetate, whatever you want to use. So that's how to make the inserts for this. But because we want it to be, that's very pretty, but we want it to be the gold glitter, we're going to take this 12 by 12 inch sheet, and we are going to cut it in 4-inch lengths. So 4 into 12 is 3. So we need 3 lengths here to make the correct size. I hope you're all with me. I wish I could see your comments. And then turn, and we're going to cut again at 5 1/4. And we'll get 6 inserts out of this one with a few little bits that are left over. Okay. So let's go ahead and put our gold glitter. So here is the front of the card. Here's the back. We're just going to tuck them in, tuck this insert into all 4 of these corners. That's why it's called an insert card. And no glue, and you are done. There you go. That's a beautiful card, and anybody would be happy to receive that. Now, another thing that you can do with this card is you can also use foil. So, I think it was it last year or this year, they introduced foiling to the Joy. I think it was this year, maybe. And so they do have it for the larger machines. But personally, I kind of like it better. with the joy, it seems a whole lot easier. So let's go ahead and do a joy card. And let's see, do we have, well, I wrote on this, but that's okay because I'm just, yeah. No, I should have the regular card because I'm thinking then I can't give it away. All right, so I'm going to put my card in here just like the other way, and then I'm going to, just like we did before, and I'm going to go back to my cards, and I'm going to choose a card that has writing on it. Okay, so for instance, let's look at this one. This one has writing on it. You see all around and in black, but wouldn't that look kind of cool with a blue foil? So let's try to change that up with the blue foil. Okay, so we're going to hit start making, choose my size. And here is where we need to indicate that there's going to be foil. So we're going to hit right under here, edit color. So the card is off white. There we go. And the insert can be that gold since we just cut it. And then up here where it says pen, now right now it's a black pen, but we're going to choose foil blue. And I know it's not quite that really beautiful royal blue, but I just want to show you how this works. So you would, if you wanted to do foil, you would need to get yourself some foil transfer sheets and then this little thing. It's a foil quill, or sort of it's a blade and housing, but it's not really a blade. And the way that this works is it pushes down on the foil. You put the foil upside and pushes down on the foil, and it kind of etches the foil into your card. So let's go ahead and take our card, which you've already put on the pad, and we're going to get this, this is transfer sheets. It comes in, it's called Jewel, so it comes in green, purple, and then a blue. All right, and then what we're going to do is take one sheet at a time. They are very thin and they are very slippery, so do keep them in this package. Okay, so you take one sheet. Let's take this one because this one got ruined a little bit and I want it to turn out right. Okay, so one sheet, and be careful not to lay it on the sticky part of the mat because it will cause problems. And then also inside of these foil packages are these tapes, these sheets of tape. Okay, so they look like this, and then what we're going to do is sort of just position our foil right over the card and take the tape, and we're going to tape it to the top and just trying to keep it as taut as you can. We're going to tape it to the bottom, and then don't get stingy. Use the tape on the sides as well. You don't want your foil going flying around on your mat while it's doing it. And that's why it's recommended that you tape it on all four sides. Okay, so we're going to go ahead, and we always do writing first. That means we always do foiling first, and we're going to choose next. Okay, we hit make it. It's connecting to the Joy. It's already connected via Bluetooth, by the way. And it's telling me how to prepare. That's fine. Now it's telling me what I just showed you. So if you forgot something, you can see here how it works. Okay, you're going to put the shiny sheet up. Okay, and you're going to go ahead and do exactly what I just did. It's connected there, and then I'm going to place my card mat and all in there. You notice I took out the blade and housing. This is the blade and housing. The foil is the blue one. There's only one tip. For the larger machines, there are three. But for the Joy, there's just one, and it's the medium. So we're going to pop that in there, and we're going to hit go. And it's going to, similar to the writing, when you're using a pen, it's just going to do all the parts that were originally set for writing, and it's going to use the foil. So I'll let you have a look at that while that happens. So these are called foil transfer sheets, and you need to get foil transfer sheets. They do sell these in a 12 by 12 inch size, and you can cut them down for the Cricut, but they're really difficult to cut down, the 12 by 12 inch sheets, and you might get frustrated. So it might be better to just buy the transfer sheets like this. Plus, they do not sell the blue in a 12 by 12 if you are interested in these colored ones. Also, the tape that comes with it can be used over and over. So you don't need to, for every card, use uh, a new set of tapes. However, it is recommended that you use a new piece of foil for every card, because even though maybe there's only certain parts of it, and as you get better at it, you can kind of work through this. But there are some parts that are reusable, but you have to really line them up correctly. Okay, so for a beginner, just this is what we're going to do. Now, at this point, we are not unloading. Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to first take out this quill, but just leave it empty. And then we are going to, you can use a tool if you want to. That's what I'm doing. I'm going to lift up the tape and the foil at the same time, not removing, okay, but lifting up the tape and the foil. And the reason why we don't have anything in there is so that it will be easier to take off the top part of the tape. All right, and you see some of this isn't used, and if you're really frugal like me, you might decide, oh, I can, save that. But just remember that 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 it's sort of designed that you use a new sheet every time. So I am going to reuse these tapes. So I'm putting them on the side of my desk. So I'm going to actually throw this away. Now that I have removed the foil and the tape, I can hit next, and I am going to take, well, we've already taken out the foil transfer tool, so we're just going to pop in the blade and close it up and hit go. Now it's going to do the cutting for us. So let's see. A couple of things I wanted to mention while it's doing the cutting is sometimes the cards are really intricate. I mean, look at how tiny this is, and look at this gorgeous up and down cursive writing or script writing. And so when you put your insert in, sometimes it lifts a little bit. So what I would suggest is using a tiny bit, just a little tiny bit of glue on the underside of these letters, just the parts that would normally stick up. And if you use glue, use something that dries clear, and just a tiny bit. And hopefully we can do this one again. I can show you what I mean, but I figured I'd mention it for now. Tomorrow, while we're waiting for this to cut, tomorrow I have a surprise for you. It's just a little surprise, but I think you're going to like it. And let's see, on Saturday, I thought I'd mention we're back to Saturday night at 5 o'clock. We'll go live on YouTube and Facebook at the same time, and we are going to do an explosion Christmas tree an explosion box, but it's a Christmas tree. It's very tall, probably about 12 inches tall, and it opens up from the top where the star is, and it opens up, sort of fans out, and it reveals a little tree on the inside that is illuminated. Okay, this is a pattern from Dreaming Tree that I've wanted to do. So, okay, we're going to hit unload because the cutting is all done. You see? And there's my blue foil. And we are going to remove it from the card mat. Be careful here because you have a lot of script writing and you want things to come off correctly and not rip. Okay. And sometimes you can use there's a little spatula that you can buy. I like that. But here you go. Now see, some of these didn't come out. That's fine. You can either with your fingers go in there and sort of pick them out. Sometimes I even use my True Control knife, and just pick out the little letters, so that way it comes out nice and clean. It's just the nature of the game. When you're cutting something that thin, you might need to give it a little bit of help. Okay, so I'm very used to that with my other machines, and I just thought I'd mention it because sometimes people think, oh, it didn't cut all the way through. It did indeed cut all the way through. It's just sometimes you have to give it a little bit of help. It can't do everything. I mean, it's sort of like the Alexa, right? She can't wash your dishes. She might tell you where you can find somebody to wash your dishes, but she can't wash your dishes. There's some limitations to computers, right? All right. So here we go. We're taking off these little pieces. I'm being very careful because I don't want any of those pieces to rip off. And I got a couple of stars over here, and then my side pieces here, which I can also use my little True Control knife just to kind of coax it out. All right. Oop, is that one? No, but the L is not done, so let's do the L. No, so this is a good one to demonstrate about the glue. So I'm going to show you that in a second. Okay, so normally what you would do is just put the insert in and you'd be done with it. Hold on, let me just get this out. Okay, so you'd be done with it. However, I have found with these sort of kinds of cuts that they can sometimes sort of lift. So let me show you what I mean. We're going to put in these edges here, just like that. And you see here on the side, I don't know if you can see it, but it's kind of lifting. And sometimes, if you bend it a little bit, it changes it. But this is what I do, is I take out the insert and then I get my fine tip glue. I think I've got a star that didn't come out. There it is. Okay. And then I'm just going to dot a tiny dot, just a little dot. That's even too big. Just a little tiny dot on the back of these letters. I'm on the inside part, okay? So I'm putting little tiny dots. Try to get them all. You might forget one, but that's okay. Try to get them all and put your little dots in. All right. And while the glue is still wet, you have a little time. But while the glue is still wet, and that's only where I'm going to put the dots is right where it's going to lift. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it, but there it is. And then I'm going to take my insert back and I'm going to carefully put it back in. I don't want to push on it just yet. I want to wait until all 4 pieces are in. And then I can press on the front just a little bit. And now my letters are staying down. Now, I will tell you that glue and glitter, it's hard to glue. And so you might have missed a few of these letters. So if you have to go back in and just dot some glue in there, or just keep pressing. Sometimes the glue just needs a little bit more time to catch. And there you go. That's so pretty. So there are 17 great cards in there for Hanukkah. I saw someone saying that there didn't seem to be very many Christmas ones. And to that, I would say just give them a little time. Sometimes they're a little bit late on it, but there's plenty of cards to make in the Cricut Joy or Design Space app. And I just love coming here and making these cards. There are other things that the Joy app can do. Look at all the Christmas on the beach. And you can also search. I found 100 Christmas cards. Let's check it out. There's 100 Christmas cards here. I don't know what Annette was saying. You don't think that's a lot? I think that's a lot. So there's a lot of really fun cards here to make. So once you're done with your Hanukkah cards, you can come back and do some Christmas cards. I think there's even New Year's. There's every holiday and event. So that is the Cricut Joy with the app, the card mat, and also the foil. I hope that this was useful to you. I wish I could see your comments, but my laptop died, so I need to figure out a way to keep it alive while it's an old laptop. Your comments. So I'm going to sign off. And I hope that you enjoyed this. Please, if you did, use the thumbs up, and if you're on YouTube, or like it on Facebook, and spread the word about what we're doing here, because we're having a whole lot of fun, and we want you to join us. Thanks everybody for coming today. You have a wonderful day. Bye.